Welcome, Ninja. Welcome. Welcome back to another After Pill live stream. Make sure you come on in and tap into the chat, tap into the chat, tap into the chat. Go ahead and put on the moderations. Make sure y'all go ahead and tap into the chat, tap into the chat, tap into the chat. Got about a good hour. Got a good hour with y'all. Cartier, what's going on? Hey man, we got something to talk about today. And I predicted this as well. I said this. I said what was going to happen before the trial even started. Yeah, Cartier, I know YouTube. I was just talking about that today. I was like, YouTube is not sending out notifications, right? For whatever reason. YouTube is not sending out my notifications, right? For whatever reason. But anyway, y'all come on in and tap into the chat, tap into the chat, tap into the chat. Y'all already know how we start this off, right? We start this off with the creed of the outlier. I need y'all to get this through y'all head, for the winners, at least, for the winners. For the winners, get this through y'all head. So we're waiting on everybody to come on in. We're going to go ahead and get the creed of the outlier out the way. Cartier says probably something to do with traveling and time zones. Yep. Maybe. That could be so. Right? Creed of the outlier. I walk alone because I was never meant to follow. I was born to build what others were too weak to imagine. They rejected me for my strength, envied me for my presence, and feared the truth in my voice. So they gossiped, mocked, tried to shrink me, but I didn't bend and I didn't fold, and I won't start now. I do not chase the approval of the herd. I walk above it. I see through the mask and I speak with conviction forged in pain and clarity. Every betrayal carved focus into my soul. Every lonely night built the calluses I now wear with pride. My mission is not optional. My legacy is non-negotiable. And my time is coming. I am built for this and I will win. Yes, Sirski. Ryan said Diddy is the feds. Tap into the chat, tap into the chat. Corey said, let's go. Right? Corey said, let's go. So y'all get this view behind me. Corey said, let's go. Good evening. I appreciate the super chat. Man, we got a lot to talk about. This is not just about the Diddy case, okay? Y'all catching me while I'm at work too. Got my tools on deck, Ninja. That's why I said I got about a good hour with y'all. Got my tools on deck. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Got my tools on deck. But this is not just about the Diddy case, right? This is even more sinister, right? This is even more sinister than the Diddy case itself, right? This right here, this is an attack on powerful men, right? And many of you are probably going to say, well, okay, it's an attack on powerful men. Okay, so what? I'm a lame, I'm a nobody. So what if the powerful men are getting attacked? So what if they're dragging the powerful men down? So what if they're, doing this, they're doing that to the powerful men? They got the money, they can blah, 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 right? Many of you are probably saying that, but here's the caveat to it. And we're gonna dive deeper into the Diddy case as well. Here's the thing, right? This is another attempt, right? And they've done a great job, by the way. They've done a great job. Feds have done a great job. The CIA has done a great job. Shouts out to Vontae Doe. Been watching you since 2 years ago. Dang, okay, that's an OG right there. 2 years ago, love what you do, and thank you, dang, I appreciate that. Shouts out to Vontae. He said he's been watching me since 2 years ago. Dang, okay, shouts out to you. That was OG. You was there before the 5,000 and the 2,000. Shouts out to you. But this is an attempt to railroad masculinity once again. And by no means am I saying that, Diddy is just completely innocent and all of that. Yeah, I'm not saying that at all. That ninja is a freakaholic. Do you hear me? He is a freakaholic. He's a freakaholic, right? But what they tried to do is, once again, they're always trying to paint the women as a victim, right? It's not because they're actual victims, right? And then don't get me wrong, you got your victims out there, right? You got your victims out there, right? And I'm not taking away from the actual women who are victims. However, nowadays, it's more about this, it's more about money, and it's more about power, right? It's really not about justice anymore, right? Yeah, Cassie ain't no victim. She ain't no damn victim. This is not about justice, right? This is not about justice at all. It is about power. What I tell y'all already, if you've been following my live streams, what I tell y'all already, the majority of men will become slaves to modern women, right? Because modern women have been giving the power. They've been given the keys to do what they will, whatever they want to do as thou wilt with men, right? And it doesn't matter if it's powerful men, doesn't matter, and definitely if you're on a lower totem pole of men, you're effed. You're effed. Diddy is going through this, and he's a billionaire, right? They locked Trump up, Ninja. They locked Trump up, and he's a billionaire, right? Trump still had to fight cases, right? And if it wasn't for the election, Trump was going to go to jail. Best believe it. I don't care what y'all think. If Trump didn't win the election, he was going to jail. They would have made sure to make an example out of him. He would have. So Diddy's a billionaire, and he's barely scraping by. Diddy is barely a billionaire, and he's barely scraping by. He beat 2 charges, which I thought the RICO charge was very outlandish in the first place, right? You're gonna try to get him on a RICO charge as if he was operating like the mafia or like a big gang or something? Hell no. No. Not at all. Right? But they tried to, what they really wanted to do, they wanted to humiliate a powerful man, as they tried to do with Trump, right? If y'all look at the patterns, right? If y'all look at the patterns, y'all will see it is more about humiliation. It is more about destroying the character of men. It is more about destroying the possibility of other men to rise to power, right? Because what they're doing is they're using fear tactics, right? They're using fear tactics. Clan, super chat for me to answer that question, right? John says Diddy oil in storage soon. Tap. Hey, look, and he's gonna go full force with it too. Got my Diddy oil. The Fed, and this is crazy too. This is feds, right? This is federal. So for the longest, we're thinking that the feds, they can, they usually have about a 80%, 90% conviction rate, right? Damn near 100% most of the time. Right, so for the feds to fumble a RICO case, that's asinine, right? For the feds to fumble such a case, well, to even trump up a RICO charge in the first place is crazy, right? To trump up some RICO charges and then let alone trying to prove without a reasonable doubt that this man, that y'all can prove a RICO. Come on, exactly, Cardiel, a one-man RICO. Where's the gang members? Right? Where's the mafia? Where's the other mafia bosses? Where they at? You talking about a RICO? What? And they try to make it seem like, that he's just, trafficking women back and forth. Like he running a whole smuggling ring, right? Epstein Island type shit, right? But they couldn't prove without a reasonable doubt on a RICO. So he got the heaviest charges out the way. Now they're trying to get him with the transportation of prostitution, right? The bosses live in Israel. But now they're trying to get him with the transportation of prostitution. Now, those can stick because you can really see that because he hired services, right? And she hired services too, but that's neither here nor there, right? They didn't hit her upside the head with any kind of charges or anything like that. But whatever, right? She probably got immunity to testify and all that. But listen. Those can stick because he did hire them, but the everyday little Joe Smo up there hiring Sandy and Tisha to suck him off. right? The regular, everyday Joe Smoke, he logging online trying to get him a piece of punani too, right? Should he also get hit over the head with a RICO? Should an average everyday Joe Smoke who do this on an everyday basis, ninja, every week basis, every pay period, ninja, that ninja looking for some punani to what's the name? Take to Pound Town, right? Get his little piggly wiggly wet? No, absolutely not. But like I said, this is deeper than just the Diddy case itself. Paying 40 for a tap. I don't know where they getting 40 from. That's a crackhead price. That's crackhead prices, right? You're not even going to the DR and getting a 40 piece, please. But this is deeper than just the Diddy case, right? Right? This is a destruction of character. Like I said, this is to tear down masculinity. This is to prevent others from exercising their masculinity, basically. Right? Exercising their power. And like I said, I'm by no means saying that this man is just innocent in his totality or anything like that. Right? I'm not saying that at all. But you got to pay attention to the writing on the wall. Right? They've been doing this for going hard and strong, pause, no Diddy, for the past 15, 20 years on powerful men. Look what Amber Heard tried to do to Johnny Depp. Look what Amber Heard tried to do to Johnny Depp, right? They were trying to lock Johnny Depp up. And he had to pull receipts like, hold up, no, this is what was going on, right? She was hitting me and all this stuff. No, she look at the text messages, right? She damn near tried to plan it. She tried to plan for my downfall. No, look at this judge, right? They tried to lock Johnny Depp up. Johnny Depp, Pirates of the Caribbean ninja? The Pirates of the Caribbean ninja? Come on now. Bro, this is clearly you can see the writing on the wall. They do not like powerful men, right? They don't want powerful men. Jack Sparrow? Not Jack Sparrow. Moy in the chat. What's going on, Moy? No, we just chilling right now. You know. Just chilling right now. I'm at work. You know, I got about a good hour with y'all. Nice skyline. Right? Hold up, this way. Boy says, appreciate the love, mate. My subs go when you shouting me out. Hey, man, shouts out to you. I'm going to shout you out again every time you come in here, Ninja. Shouts out to Moy. Y'all make sure y'all go over there and tap into his YouTube. We over there grinding like it ain't no tomorrow. He grinding like your boy, right? He grinding like your boy. Go over there and tap in if you haven't tapped in already. And if you're new here, go ahead and hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the After Pill. Make sure you hit the link down in the description. Make sure you subscribe to the Twitch, right? We'll be sparking that up soon. Make sure you subscribe to the second channel, J-Rod and the After Pill. The vlogs are going up there, snippets and, segments are going over there. So make sure y'all go and subscribe to all of those things. Moy, shouts out to Moy for the love of the game. I appreciate that super chat. For the love of the game, right? For the love of the game. Shouts out to Moy. But yeah, man, this is an attack on masculinity, right? And I already tell you ninjas, right? Most guys are done in the first place, right? But there's got to be certain instances that put that seals the deal, right? There's going to be a lot more instances that seal the deal. The average day Joe Smo is already getting cooked in society in the first place, right? The average day Joe Smo is getting cooked with child support, is getting cooked in alimony, is getting cooked in society, the workforce, job market. The everyday Joe Smo is getting cooked, right? So to put the icing on the cake, right? They're gonna show you, oh, this is your leader, ninja. This is your leader, ninja, right? This is your leader. No more, ninja. Oh, you wanted to be him when you grow up? Oh, you wanted to be him? Right? Look at it, Diddy, Trump, Jack Sparrow, Johnny Depp, right? Who else? Who else they've hung up there? right? More be getting them juke in NY Manhattan for sure. But who else they strung up? Dang on Andrew Tate, right? Now, you know, he's a little suspicious now, but you know, you're still innocent until proven guilty, right? Andrew Tate and many more, right? I can't even. There's so many names I can't even name off the top of my head. That's day in and day out, right? Hit upside the head with lawsuits, criminal allegations, right? Wife turned sour on them, right? Girlfriend turned sour. Now after all these years, now she getting beat upside the head all of a sudden, right? But they don't tell you that they were beating upside his head too. They don't tell you that part, right? Just like with the Diddy case, right? Everybody, oh my God, Cassie, oh my gosh, right? She's such a victim. She's such a victim. How could he? So, he's so powerful with all that money. He's so powerful with all that money, and he just pulling strings. She was terrified of him. Cassie, oh my God, Cassie is a victim. Oh my God, no, right? But then when the facts start coming out about the case, right? When the real facts start coming out about the case, oh, she was orchestrating this. Oh, okay. Oh, she said he wasn't doing it right. Oh, okay. What the escort dude said on paper? What the escort dude said on paper? What did he say? He said, "Oh, she the one that requested the golden shower." Did she now? Right? I thought it was Diddy. I thought it was Diddy that requested the golden shower. Oh, so it was Cassie, nasty Cassie? Nasty Cassie, is that you? Nasty Cassie, come on now, you requested the golden shower, girl. Now I'm all for the little freak leak. Now I don't mind a little freak leak. I don't mind a little freak leak, nasty Cassie. It's all good, girl. It's all good, right? But to come to the stand and do all that crying and oh my God. And even the reporters like, yeah, Cassie, you know, she was pregnant. She's obviously pregnant and, you know, probably emotional about all of this, right? Channel 2 Action News, Ninja, right? Oh yeah, Cassie just came up to the stand, obviously pregnant, right? I know this is going to be hard for her to, you know, reveal all of this information. You know, I feel bad for her, but I hope she pulls through, Ninja. I hope she's able to, you know, get up there on the stand and speak her truth. Yeah, we're gonna hear the truth, Ninja. We're gonna hear the truth, right? Tell them folks, Cassie, how you was planning all this out, Cassie. Oh yeah, tell them how you was actually just in love, right? Don't tell them that you were scared of Diddy. You wasn't scared of Diddy. You weren't scared of Diddy. No, you wanted that lifestyle. You want that billionaire. You want that $1 billion lifestyle. That's what you wanted, Cassie. What Young Thug said? Lifestyle. And then it's like your business is the beginning. I'm on top of merch, smoking the sound of my lifestyle. Ninja, she wanted a lifestyle. She wanted to go to the Himalayas, Ninja. She wanted to go to the Himalayas with the player, right? She wanted to go to Mount Everest, Ninja. She wanted to go to Dubai, right? She wanted to go to Bali. She wanted to go to Mexico, right? She wanted to go to Punta Cana, Ninja. She wanted to go to Fiji Islands, Ninja. She wanted the Birkin bags, Ninja. She wanted the Louis and the Gucci. That's what she wanted. But she got up on the stand and act like that this man was just the most evil person in history. Nah, tell them the truth, Cassie. Tell the truth. Tell the truth, Ninja. Right? Don't get up on here, Ninja. Don't get up on here and try to make yourself look like the victim because the media is in your favor. Of course the media is in her favor. Right? The media is always in their favor. Right? Because the media is feminine leaning. Right? That's how the gynocracy continues to thrive, through the media. Right? So they hang you ninjas up like they do the slaves, Ninja. They hang the big black burly ninja up, right? Right, hood him up, right? And did some dirty things to him. Attach him to the dang on. Y'all remember the old Levi ninja, right? The old Levi's, right? Their picture was a ninja in the middle and two horses tearing them apart. Ninja, they used to get the that's buck breaking, ninja. Right? But at this point, it don't matter black, white, Hispanic, whatever, yellow, Chinese, ninja. Nah, now they're buck breaking anybody, any man that's powerful, ninja. Get up there, ninja. Get up there so we can make an example out of you. Andrew Tate, ninja. Right? So they're just buck breaking men, and guess what? And it's a perfect example. When the lower men, right? The lower class of men, when they see the buck breaking, then they start scattering like roaches, ninja. Y'all gotta understand what this does to the psyche of men, right? What this started doing to the psyche of men. Now, I'm by no means saying that powerful men just should be running around and just having a way and breaking laws. I'm not saying that. They should still be held accountable and should be responsible for their power, should be responsible, with their money, resources, and all of that. I'm not saying that. They should be disciplined as well, right? But when the lower men see the buck breaking happen, they start scattering like roaches. Lower men already been beat upside the head with clubs already, right? Like I said, the economy, ninja, bang, right? The workforce, bang. Jobs gone, bang. Child custody courts, bang. Alimony, bang. Right? Come on now. Y'all better pay attention. I told y'all gonna have to fight. What Trump said, fight. Was that Trump's slogan? Is that Trump's slogan? Fight. I think that was Trump's slogan. Was it? Or is that Scamala? Was that Scamala's? Well, y'all get what I'm saying. Fight, ninja. Fight. Right? Hit that super chat, because I'm spitting right now. Right? This is an attack on masculinity. Buck breaking. To show you lower men who think you want to rise to fame, you want to rise to power, even if you're doing everything right. It don't matter. It doesn't matter if you're doing everything right. You could be doing everything right, and guess what? A relationship mess you up. Right? A relationship will mess you the F up. And don't and especially if your girl is white or just light skinned, ninja, right? She got lighter skin, right? And it's a dang on red, black, purple, yellow bruise anywhere on her body, ninja. Oh yeah, lock this ninja up, ninja. Yeah, we see the bruise, sir. We see the, hey, nah, she just bruised easily, ninja. She light skinned, ninja. She always bruised. Now turn around and put your hands behind your back, ninja. We taking you downtown, ninja. We taking you downtown. Like, dang, ninja. It don't matter. It don't matter. You can be doing everything right. Right? Well, what's the name? I did a video on a football player. I forgot. Did he play for the Kansas City Chiefs? I forgot his name. If y'all remember, put it in the chat. If y'all remember his name. But they got into a domestic issue because he came back home and he found her cheating. Right? So she got to destroying his house. Right? Dan 22, what's going on? But she started destroying his house and all that stuff, and they got into, I guess, he tried to put her out. Right? He tried to put her out that day, and she started destroying his stuff. And, of course, you're trying to put somebody out, get into a tussle, and they locked him up. Xavier Worthy. There we go. I appreciate that. The GOAT. Shouts out to the GOAT. Right? Xavier Worthy, Kansas City Chiefs. Right? Came back home, found his wife or fiance, one of them, but found her cheating, discovered her cheating, and wanted to put her out. Now, you got to get out. Found her cheating, and then she started scrapping, pulling his dreads out, and he had all the evidence that he was not the aggressor, and they still locked him up into further investigation. He sat in jail for like 24 to 48 hours until they finally figured out, okay, she was the problem, and she didn't even go to jail. But now he's suing her for damages on his house and, distress and all that stuff. Come on, man. Ain't no loyalty in these streets. Right? That would be Travis Hunter. Yeah, give Travis a few years. That ninja going down. He going down. I predict that already. Give Travis Hunter ass a few years, and before you know it, her ass gonna be talking about, yeah, he been beating me. Don't let the media fool you. He all ninja be smiling and dancing and shit. Ninja always cheesing, ninja. With the big horse grills ass ninja, right? Always cheesing. Then she gonna be like, she gonna be on on social media like Instagram Live like this. Don't let the media fool you, ninjas. Like he always smiling and dancing and joking, but that's just a facade. Look at my eye. He been beating me for the past 3 years, but I just haven't said anything because I was trying to save his image, and I wanted to be there as his wife, and we just had these kids, and watch. And I'm not trying to throw no dirt on him or nothing like that. I don't want to be that guy, but the writing is on the wall for his ass. The writing is on the wall for him, ninja. But a lot of guys think like, oh, it's just a honeymoon period all day long and 24/7. No, it ain't. Cassie is a prime example of a relationship gone sour. Right? He probably made her some promises, and you're gonna be a Grammy nominated award-winning artist. I'm gonna make sure that you get here. I'm gonna make sure that the world knows your name. Oh, the world knows your name, Cassie. The world knows your name now, Cassie. Right? So you got what you wanted, baby. You got what you wanted. The world know your name now, baby. Right? He probably made all these promises, but Diddy, he made all these promises, and he just kept her as a concubine, ninja. He kept her as a toy, his little play toy. Right? But she was like, well, I'm not going to be a superstar, so I might as well just, do his bidding. And that's what she did, willfully. Right? Y'all think she would have did that if Diddy was a nobody? Right? You think she would have done that if, come on now, if the ninja was a truck driver, ninja? Y'all think she would have done that if come on now, if she was an everyday Joe Schmo? No. You think she would have been riding around popping that P for escorts and private parties for the everyday Joe Schmo, Wally World working ass ninja? Right? Jiffy Lube changing the oil ass ninja, dirty ass ninja? Gas station working ass ninja? You think she would have been bouncing that punani, throwing it around like it's no tomorrow, if that ninja didn't have $1 billion and $1 billion and $1, ninja? Come on now. No, she wouldn't have. She did it because he's Diddy. Diddy is him. McDonald's ass ninja? Come on now, no. None of us wouldn't have had a chance in hell to do the things that Diddy was able to do to her and make her do. Right? And she was all for it. Right? When you riding around in 400 foot yachts, right? When you always out of town, you going on shopping sprees, you don't have to work or lift a finger in your life. Oh yeah, a lot of women to go for it. Women to go for a lot less, ninja. Right? Start making a little 80 ball. Right? You don't even gotta get high up to see how it's levels to it, of course now. It's levels to it. But you don't have to go high up to see how these chicks be operating out here. Get you a little 80 ball, right? See how the little chicks be, come on now. Get you a little 100 ball. Start making 100 and see how these little chicks go. Get you a little 150, 200 to see how these chicks really move. You in the top 5% at that point. These chicks are going. Ninja, chicks are going with my little change, ninja. Chicks are going with my little change, ninja. So y'all think a chick's not about to go with $1 billion and $1, ninja? You can turn her to a slave, ninja. You can turn her to a slave, ninja. Right? Wrap her up, put her in dang on in your favorite outfit, nigga. Put her in some chains, ninja. Y'all know what's the name of that movie, right? What's the name of that movie with the girl and the billionaire, the little erotic movie? Y'all know what I'm talking about. About 50 Shades of Grey. 50 Shades of Grey. Right? 50 Shades of Grey type shit. Right? Sex room type shit. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap you up. Yeah, you gonna stay here until I get back. You gonna stay here until I get back. Well, and put this in you while you at it. Right? Hold that in you. You know what? As a matter of fact, we're going out to dinner. I want you to have that in there while we at the dinner, and I'm gonna push this button, and yeah. Come on now. You think they'll do that for a nobody ass ninja? You think they'll do that for everyday Joe Smo, blue collar working ass ninja? No. Not at all. But they will do it for the ninja the ninja who got the money. That's who they doing it for. They doing it for the ninja with the money. And that's their fantasy anyway. Cartier, that's their fantasy. Right? Cassie was living her best life. Ninja. See, this is where they don't want to admit. Right? All the women who are talking about some, oh no, right? How dare he? And bro, I'm gonna tell you this right now, right? And I'm gonna clip this right now. All the girls who are talking about Cassie was a victim, they will line up to do the same exact thing to the next powerful, rich guy. Facts. They won't admit it, but they are going. Facts. Tell me I'm lying. The after pill is always on point. The after pill is always on point. The same chick's talking about some, oh, she's a victim, blah, 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 blah. No, he shouldn't have been doing that. He's a powerful, rich man. He manipulated her. He did this, he did that. Those are the same chicks sliding in the DMs of these athletes, actors, rappers, musicians, entrepreneur, influencers. These are the same chicks who slide in the DM. They're waiting for their chance to be in Cassie's position. Facts. But they want to get online and talk about how Cassie is a victim. Cassie is not a victim, right? Cassie is not a victim. They only scream wolf when it's time to adhere to the girl code. That is it. They only cry wolf when it's time to adhere to the girl code. And if one of their fallen girls, right, are going through something, you think women are the most loyal. Look, men need to learn from women, actually. Women are the most loyal, like, creatures on the planet, ninja. Right? They can be strangers, right? It don't matter if they black, white, whatever. They can be two strangers. The girl code is universal, ninja. They're gonna have their girls back if they ain't never met the chick. They're gonna have their back because the girl code is universal. They already have an understanding. This is a woman. I got her back no matter what, ninja. And that's why most of you ninjas are gonna become slaves to the modern woman. That's why I say that, because their loyalty is unbreakable. Right? And they're gaining power. They're gaining power through social media. They're gaining power through the legacy media. Right? They're gaining power through all of you goons. You professional gooner. I'm a goofy gooner. Yep, you ninja. Right? They're gaining power through all of these platforms. Right? Even if the women are not participating in OF, even if the women are not participating in Instagram, even if the woman is not participating in many of these industries, right? They're still gaining power. They don't even have to do that. They don't even have to do that. The corporatocracy allows women to have power in the corporations anyway, right? Even it don't matter if they the CEO, right? The pretty little assistant who walking around clumping her heels, ninja, right? Let the CEO say something crazy. Pop goes the weasel, ninja. Let the CEO start looking funny, ninja, at the little assistant. Right? Oh yeah, she'll play her cards here and there, but let him break off that relationship, right? Oh, I thought you told me that you're gonna divorce your wife. You told me that you were going to divorce your wife. I thought you were going to divorce your wife, huh? So I was just a side piece. I was just a little play toy. You made all these promises to me. Okay. Yes, he raped me. Say I'm lying. Say I'm lying. This is exactly, bro. I seen this stuff firsthand. When I was in the military. If you haven't, I think I told this story on my member side. Right? I was in the military. It was time for me to graduate. And of course, we went off base and threw a little hotel party and all that stuff. You know, got girls around, got alcohol around. whoever got drugs around, whatever, right? I had my little chick and they had their chick, right? Me and my chick, we left the room to go get something to eat. We came back and her friend in there with 3 of the dudes I knew, right? 3 of my boys. And, we tried to get in with the key and it was locked, right? But they was in there, going ham on her. They were running a triangle on her, right? They were running a triangle on her, right? And we came back in the room, everything was smooth, everybody was acting, back to normal or whatever. Okay, y'all ran a train on her, whatever, what to do, it happens, blah, 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 right? A few days later, right, she talking about, she contacting the commands, right, telling them that she was great. They took advantage of her. So they locked all these dudes up. Now they sitting in military jail, right? And I got wrapped up in there. I wasn't in the room, luckily, but I got wrapped up in there. I had to stay on base until the investigation was over, right? And the only thing that saved them was one of the dudes, he recorded the whole interaction, right? He recorded the whole thing, them banging her out and all that. He recorded the consent too. He recorded her saying on her knees, right? About to get ready to take the Piggly Wigglies out. He recorded her on her knees saying, yep, I want all 3 of y'all. I want all 3 of y'all right now. That's what saved them. If it wasn't for that video, them ninjas would have been locked up. All because of a chick. And this is military. So everyday Joe Schmo, right? An allegation. That's all it took was her to make a phone call and they locked all 3 of them up. Off of an allegation, no proof, right? No proof. And this is what happens. Welcome to the gynocracy, where your word as a man don't mean ish. Right? Y'all better take y'all butt. Listen, the West is finished. This is the gynocracy now. Like many of the women I meet, right, at work, out and about, a lot of these women, they want power and control. I already broke this down for y'all before. They want power and control. It's not about justice. Get this through y'all head. It is not about justice. It's a more sinister game at play. And men also taking part of the game. There's men who are happily making sure that this happens. Right? Just like I broke down to y'all how it is men who are coming from traditional homes too. It is men who are telling their daughters, don't rely on no man. You don't need no man. Oh, men are trash. Y'all think it's just the women saying it. Nope, it's the men too. It's the men too. But y'all just thinking everybody, the red pill got it all wrong. Red pill keep talking, oh yeah, let's blame the woman, let's blame the women, let's blame the women. No, bro, I've seen enough. I've seen enough to know that it's probably 70% men and 30% women, right? But now since the power structure has shifted now, right? Now the women making their own moves because they know what's up. Y'all think women are not aware of their power? Y'all think women don't know what's going on? You think women don't know that the majority of you ninjas are weak and docile and spineless, right? And desperate? You think they don't know? They ready to run circles around you ninjas. They ready to run circles. Man, somebody drop a super chat. I'm over here spitting, ninja. Drop a super chat, ninja. They're ready to run circles around you ninjas. Run in circles. Because they daddy told them, they daddy told them that men aren't nothing. Their mom also told them don't depend on no man. Their friend groups also told them don't depend on no man. Right? But guess what they tell us? Guess what they tell us? Be nice. Make sure you be a gentleman. Make sure you hold doors. Make sure you do this. Make sure you do this. Make sure you do that. Right? Now, I'm a gentleman archetype. Shouts out to Corey with the super chat. Now, I'm a gentleman. I'm a gentleman, so that's a part of my archetype. I'm naturally a gentleman, so that's the kind of stuff I want to do anyway, right? But that's just me, right? But I'm quick to let a door slam in a chick's face. I'm quick to let a door slam in the face. I'm quick to put she in her place. right? Put her on her knees and give her a taste, right? And after I'm done, put it right on her face, right? Like it's mace. Now let me get started. But nah, welcome to the gynocracy, gentlemen. Welcome to the gynocracy. Y'all keep thinking it's a game. But literally, we're living through times where there's so many different power structures, right? So many different pools for power. Women are aware. And wait till this next election, because midterms are coming up. Wait till the next election. Y'all niggas ain't seen nothing yet. Right? Women are operating in secret, niggas. Bro, y'all don't know what's going on out here, man. Y'all are lost in the sauce. Women are operating in the dark, ninja. They're operating in secret, right? Most men don't even understand that the majority of these chicks out here for sale, right? Ninjas still operating. Ninjas out here operating like, I'm gonna find me a good wife, and oh, you got my papa told me if I go to the church, I'm gonna find a good woman, ass ninja. I'm gonna go to church and find me a good woman, ass ninja. Ninja, you gonna go to church and find you a recovering addict, ninja. You gonna go to church and find you a runaway teenager, ninja. She ran away with her 30, 40-year-old boyfriend. She was 13, ninja, right? And she just trying to get her life back on track, ninja, right? She done got train yank Cassie, ninja. Done did it all, ninja. That's who you going into church and getting, ninja. And granted, church is for the sinners, ninja. Yeah, ninja. Church is for the sinners. Yeah. That's what the Lord said, ninja. The Lord said, I want the sinners, ninja. So yeah, you got the sinners and the past alcoholics and the past, 304s in the church, ninja. And sure, I'm all, look, don't get it twisted now. I'm all for everybody changing their life. You're a recovering gangster, ninja. You're a recovering dope dealer, ninja. You're a recovering 304. I'm all for it. Go and pray to the Lord and change your life. Go and change your life. A recovering hoe trying to get closer to God. Listen, I'm all for you. I'm all for you changing your life. Go do it. But it still doesn't take away that you're still a recovering gangster, ninja, right? You still was a past 304, right? There's nothing to take away that biological part that other men took away. Right? So Cartier says, ain't nobody paying no college debt in this economy. Nah. I don't know how they gonna get away with that. We're gonna have more homeless people, more people sleeping in their cars, ninja. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. But yeah, I want y'all to understand that, you gotta realize, man, and I'm only talking to 10% of y'all, right? I always say 10% because those are the ones who are gonna really take heed to what I'm saying. Right? Those are going to be the ones who come over to the Patreon when I drop it, right? And really get that boots on the ground, ideological, point of view that you need to rearrange your mind to really operate in the new world. There's a lot of knowledge that I don't drop on just my YouTube, right? I save that for the people who are serious. I save that for the people who are serious. But we dropping all knowledge bombs, true knowledge bombs on Patreon, coming soon. That's where the knowledge is going to be at. You want to make money for you Wally World, Family Dollar, Jiffy Lube, working ass ninjas, right? You ninjas who doing ride share, you still doing ride share? Yeah, I'm on y'all ass too. For you ninjas who doing ride share, DoorDash ass ninjas, right? Instacart ass ninjas, right? I'm on y'all ass, yeah. You wanna make some real money, you need to change your mindset. You need to change your ideology. Right? It's not that you can't make money, it's that your mental is all effed up. Your mind is all effed up. You need to change your mind. You need to change how you view the world. Y'all still view the world like you're an infant, right? You think all the women are angels, ninja. You think nobody ain't out to get you, ninja. Yeah, a whole system is out to get you. A whole system is out there to get you, but you still maneuvering, waking up. You waking up. Some of y'all just waking up, Ninja. Some of y'all didn't wake up until 12 this afternoon, Ninja. Ninja, I'm working 10 hours, 11 hours, back to back, and still getting up and still producing videos. Still making sure my content is straight. But you want to be successful? You want to be successful, but you don't know where to put, you don't know what box to put women at. You still gooner. You still gooning. Still scrolling through Instagram, Ninja. Right? Can't pay for a flight to save your life. Ninja ain't been on vacation and since he was a child, Ninja. Haven't been on vacation since he was a child. Virgin ass ninjas. But you want to be successful? You want to be successful? Okay. It's going to take a lot more than that pissy ass mindset that you have. It's going to take a lot more than that bum mindset that you have. You think somebody owe you something? That ain't how the world operates. The world don't owe you nothing. Right? Especially for you blackity black ass ninjas, right? Black Panther ass ninja, BLM ass ninjas. The world don't owe you nothing. You better get out here and take power. Take the resources. Ninjas still think they about to get reparations. Reparation ass ninjas. You ain't about to get nothing. You better put your hands to work, put your mind to work, and put your feet to work. Because the world was created for the monsters, ninja. For the merciless, not the merciful, ninja. For the ones who are willing to draw their sword, not put it up, ninja. But y'all out here thinking, y'all still out here scrolling, through Snapchat, ninja. You still out here scrolling through Instagram, ninja, letting the time pass you by, letting days pass you by, and it's just passing you by, ass ninja. DeVry ass ninja. It's just passing you by. Right? And before you know it, you could have started this, you could have started that. But your mindset is so messed up. Your mindset is so messed up, right? You're in full victim mode. You're in full victim mode. I don't care how long it takes me. I'm gonna get to where I need to be. See, a lot of y'all don't have that mindset. Y'all don't have that mindset. Soon as it gets hard, you ready to throw in the towel because you haven't built any kind of foundation. That's why I keep telling you ninjas, get into the gym. That is the most basic thing you can do. There's nothing special about getting in the gym. It's special for people who haven't started anything. There's nothing special about getting in the gym. The gym is just that building, the building blocks for your individual foundation, right? You're laying down the bricks, right? It's the guiding principles. So you can see how it is to be here for years on end, building your body from the ground up, losing that weight, building that muscle, building the focus, building the mental fortitude, right? Come on now. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. Patreon coming soon. See, I can drop a ton more knowledge. You see, ninjas gotta drop the super chats, ninja. Y'all either gonna be dropping super chats, become a member, or you coming over to the Patreon. Ninjas want guidance. Ninjas want guidance on really how to do this shit. Ninjas want guidance on really how to do this shit, but ninjas don't want to pay for it. Ninjas, I'm done with y'all, ninjas. I'm done. Welcome to the after pill, ninja. I'm not sparing you ninjas either. I'm not sparing you ninjas either. Right? You do you sure you want it, ninja? Are you sure you want it, ninja? Right? What's the cost? Because I'm willing to work while I'm at work. I'm willing to work while I'm at work. But you ninjas You ninjas sitting on your sofa right now, dick and balls in hand, and you not doing a dang on thing. Nothing. Right? This weekend, what you about to do? Oh, you about to pop some fireworks, ass ninja, right? Go eat some barbecue, fat ass ninja, unhealthy ass ninja. Yeah, I know what you about to do, because most of y'all are predictable. NPC ass ninjas, most of y'all are predictable. Y'all ain't doing nothing. Pop some fireworks. You doing the same thing all the rest of the normies doing. But guess what I'm doing? Working. I'm about to get that time and a half, ninja. That's what I'm doing, because guess what? I got places to be. I got stuff to pay for, ninja. I gotta hit the DR again, ninja. I gotta get some more content. And this time I'm gonna do it better, ninja. I gotta get to Colombia, ninja. I gotta get to Germany, ninja. I gotta get over to Africa, ninja. I don't have time to be sitting here playing, ninja. I don't have time to waste. If the time presents itself, guess what I'm doing? Picking up this camera while I'm working, ninja. Picking up this camera while I'm working, ninja. Picking up this camera while I'm working, ninja. But you want to talk to me about success? Nah, you're gonna have to pay, ninja. F you ninjas. F you ninjas. I ain't got time for that. Dan 22 says he about to hit the DR in a couple months. Ninjas want women to bring them comfort, ninja. Y'all want women to bring you comfort? Got newsflash, ninjas. It ain't happening. Ninja y'all want another nipple to suck on, ninja. And I'm not talking about in a sensual way. Y'all want another mommy, ninja. That's what y'all want. Y'all want another mommy. Dan 22 says, took your advice, definitely a go. There we go. I think that's what you meant to say. Took your advice, definitely go. Or you probably meant a minute ago, whatever. But you took the advice, ninja. Shouts out to Dan 22. He over there with a YouTube channel too. He over there building too. Go over there and subscribe to Dan 22. Ninja, ain't nobody playing with y'all. Shouts out to Dan 22 with the super chat. That's what I'm talking about. If you want to play, ninja, pay. Shouts out to Cartier, Fire Live. I appreciate that, man. And that's all I'm doing, lighting a fire up under you ninjas. I'm not sitting up here talking for my health, ninja. I want y'all to be where I am, ninja. Right? And I still got a ways to go. Right? Like I said, some people may look at me like, oh, you doing good for yourself, for your age, ninja. For your age, when I was 29, ninja, I was still running the streets. Well, boo-hoo, ninja. I don't care about your old ass stories, ninja. You was running the streets. It sounds like you was an idiot, ninja. Sounds like you was an idiot. Yeah, when I was 29, I was running the streets chasing after these women. Ninja, I've been done chasing after women. Ninja, women gotta chase after me, ninja. Or I'ma just go to where it's in my favor, ninja. Gene, what's going on? Old crusty ass ninjas. Nobody wanna hear your OG stories, ninja. Yeah, back in my day, fuck your day, ninja. It's the new day, ninja. It's the after pill, ninja. And that's the after pill. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Shouts out to everybody who came through. Shouts out to everybody who super chatted. Shouts out to all of y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe to the second channel, J-Rod and the After Pill. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Twitch. Twitch coming soon. And we're gonna end this with the Creed of the Outlier. I'll walk alone. And y'all, make sure y'all remember this, because it's a story in this. I created this myself. The Creed of the Outlier. There's a story in this. Pay attention. I walk alone because I was never meant to follow. I was born to build what others were too weak to imagine. They rejected me for my strength, envied me for my presence, and feared the truth in my voice. Come on now. So they gossiped, mocked, and tried to shrink me. But I didn't bend, ninja. I didn't fold, and I won't start now. I do not chase the approval of the herd, you NPCs. I walk above it. I'm up there. I see through the mask, you fake ass ninjas. And I speak with conviction. You can hear it in my voice, ninja. forged in pain and clarity. It took pain to get even to this point and more pain to get to where I'm going next. Every betrayal card focuses into my soul, right? Because I've been betrayed countless times, right? Every lonely night built the calluses I now wear with pride, ninja. I walk this path alone, ninja, right? My mission is not optional. It's non-negotiable, ninja. I have to be successful or you can put me in the grave, ninja. My legacy is non-negotiable and my time is coming. I already predicted this, ninja. I'm just putting in the groundwork. I am built for this, ninja. I am built for this. I've been doing this for a minute. I already built up the armor, ninja. I'm ready for war. And I will win. Carve that into your mind, carve that into your soul. And that's the after pill. See y'all in the next video. See y'all in the next live. Peace.